Welcome back, cyber traders. Happy Thursday. What an exciting pre-market ABVC. Holy crap. This thing has got like everything we're looking for. We got a ladder effect going on. It started around 8:30. We're up about 350% on that stock. I know a lot of you guys have been trading it. I'd love to hear the feedback in the cyber group room, see what you're doing. If you're watching on social media right now, no problem. But listen, there's always going to be a bunch of stocks. You could always jump in. We still got all day to go on, but we're going to talk a little bit more about this and see what's going on. But in the meantime, let's go do some shopping and see what's happening in the market. And let's see what happened yesterday. You know, a lot of earnings announcements came out. A lot of them came out today. And over the past week, market not looking too good. Market not at a very, very dangerous price level. I'm going to bring up the Dow really quick and show you what we got going on right here. But we are at this really big support level. We're down about 1,000 points. This support level, I mean, we're at almost the 52-week lows. I mean, we got the lows really down here, but we're not that far. We're not that far. What scares me more about anything is look what's happening to this chart right here. We were making a lower high. Now we're making a lower low. That's not a very, very good sign. We had big resistance levels here at 34,000. Now we broke that. I'm going to hop over here in the S&P 500 because, you know, we trade all of them. And we look at both markets. Same thing. We were making a new higher high. Now we're making lower lows. And we're at this really, really important price level right here. We're almost there at 4,150. We're only about 30 points away from that major resistance levels going back in February and March. So we got to keep a very close eye on this. But listen, it doesn't stop us from making money right now, right? The big winner right now is that ABVC. A lot of you traded it early this morning. We're going to check out level 4. We're going to see how we saw the ladder effect, how it kicked in. I mean, everyone could have jumped in late. You could have jumped at 1 o'clock, $1, $1.50, $2, $2.50, $3. We're already at 380. Thing looks great. We're going to check it out in a little bit. But let's talk about what happened yesterday because I want to talk about some of the earnings and stuff like that. So BAAI had a really good move. I know some people got a little head faked on it, but the stock got crushed. Made a nice little pop early in the pre-market, but came back down. So we got to be really careful on stuff like that in a way of, you know, even though we see a lot of these things move in pre-market, doesn't mean they always move going into the when the market opens up. But LIAN, that did pretty well. At 10 o'clock, I had a good move. Went from 320 all the way to 380. That was okay. But guess what? That's it. Yesterday sucked. It wasn't that good of a day to trade. And you know what? We kind of said that in pre-market. The list was horrible on yesterday. And you know what? The list, we only need one, and we couldn't even find one. But you know what? Sure enough, if you sat down on the sides and you sit back and watched, you actually did pretty well because the market did come back down. And we'll talk about some of the brand name stocks. I mean, Google got crushed. You know what? I want to show you guys something really cool because I took an image of, where is it? Google right here. Ooh, hold on one second. I took a screenshot yesterday. I'm going to bring this up really quick. I took two really nice screenshots of Google. Okay, I want you to check this out. All right. So look at the screenshot I took yesterday. So around in the morning when the market opened up, this is why level 4 matters more than anything. And actually, I think I'm going to probably do a post this on my Instagram. But you see this little red line right there? There was 157,000 share buyer, 125. Now, rarely would ever see that big of an iceberg order at that price. Okay, this is Google. Forget about anything else that we're trading. Not, but this is Google brand name stock, right? Well, look what happened on the second one. Where are we? Is Google? Hold on. Where is it? That was 1. Where did 2? Oh, 2's right here. Okay, sorry about that. Now look at this right here. I want to point this out. Oh, wrong one. Why did it bring up that one? Stupid things. Hold on. Here's 2. There we go. All right, now look what happened right here. Once it broke that support, I don't know why it's doing that. This is weird. It keeps doing this all the time. Where are we? Right here. So as soon as it broke it, Look what just happened when it broke 125. This is when the market was just closed. Gone. Kaput. Thing dropped all the way to 122. This is why you need to follow orders. And it's the big block orders. I know we did an event yesterday. We had a great audience that showed up. We had hundreds of traders that were in there. And, you know, we had a lot of people that signed up and did the trial because they were very impressed. Because you know what? I'm always hearing this all the time. Everyone keeps telling me, you know, everyone keeps talking about these indicators. Everyone keeps talking about these newsletters. Everyone keeps talking about this. And then they start seeing, wait a minute, you could see the future, and that's that. So I wanted to point this out, which, you know, I don't really do this in the morning hours, but I'm trying to do more of a training situation because I think that from a lot of people here watching on social media right now, and they could probably watch this, and some of you new trial members in here, this is why it works on every stock. And we're going to talk about some other ones that did move because you know what? We had a couple of them also. What came out with earnings yesterday? Facebook, right? So Meta got crushed. And you know what? When I looked at Meta, you're like, okay, some people are like, well, I'm not a fan of Facebook, whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what? I was listening to analysts yesterday on TV, and they were ranting and bragging about it. And you know what? Meta did really well. The stock was $125. It went to $350. Stock was a phenomenal run over the course of the year. But looking at as a short-term swing trader, I don't know if you did a leap on an option, but listen, there are sellers out there posting their nose out there, and they're getting, you know, listen, they're out there. You can see them out here now, 26,000. There was a couple of people out there trying to sell it at 290. They held it back. It looks like it's moving pretty decently right now. You know, the sellers, and I don't think he got executed. I think he just canceled. But I'm going to keep an eye on Meta also. Okay, META. So Meta, I mean, doing really, really well. We'll keep a close eye on it. Now we have Amazon that's coming out too with earnings also, and I'm very, very focused on these numbers. You know, these are high tech stocks. You know, more or less, we're not that. Even though we're not trading some of these more expensive ones, we like to trade the more active ones, stocks that have less risk, more reward, like the ABVC. But we're going to keep an eye on all these because they will affect the overall market, and sometimes will affect some of the small cap stocks too. But Google, let me tell you, that was a devastating correction that happened when I saw that big seller, big buyer out there get filled. So it does got support levels right around here, around this 117. We'll see if it tests down there. All right, now let's go through the watch list and see what's moving this morning. So listen, A, B, V, C. Now, is it too late to jump in it? Well, there's only one way to find out. We know what happens from 9 to 9:30. If you're a student of ours, this is where the chaos kicks in. This is where orders start flipping in, high frequency trades kick in. But we'll keep an eye on and see how it works out when the market opens up. But listen, stock was an $18 stock. When I go back 2 years ago, stock was $35. It got destroyed. It was down to this price levels around $1. It came nice little move up. Maybe they had that good it's pharmaceutical stock, so maybe that drug that came out really working out. I don't like to trade stocks at 300% because sometimes they become a short squeeze. All right. So and you all know how to trade short squeeze if you're a student of ours. So be very, very careful on that. Steve did pretty well. Steve got in ABVC at 302, out at 355. Sorry, I posted. Listen, that's great, Steve. One of our diamond students in there. Way to go, Steve. Like that little trade right there. Good for you. Oops. I'm trying to put that. Just put that in there for Steve so everybody could see that. Way to go, Steve. I'd like to have a little order out there. All right. So what else is moving other than that? There wasn't that much. I'll be honest with you. ALT was another one that's moving. I saw a big order showed up here for about around before 8 o'clock in the morning that made a run up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Does everybody see this order right here? Right there. That order is like 33,000. When he showed up, it started going up a little bit. That was around 250. We're at 270. You know, it's a little cheap little stock. You know, it's up 12%. Very tradable. Nice spread. You know, not a bad stock. I'm going to put that one on our list. ALT. Another one just showed up here. I saw this earlier. I don't know what the hell this is all about, but the stocks are pretty big, but spread is just disgusting. You know, everything we were taught as the first T is we want to stay away from, which, by the way, let me remind everybody, for everyone here, you got students, phase 2 starts today with Josh. So don't forget, Make sure you're in that class because you got to learn before you could earn. Now we're at number 4. We're at 10%. That just shows you there's really nothing going on right now. No one wants to do anything. When I don't see anything above 10% in pre-market, we're done. Usually we work our way. I mean, that's almost unheard of 20,000 stocks out there, but technically it is out there. But we got some big losers out here also. We got some of the stocks like ALGN getting crushed right now. Here's a $300 stock down to 190. We're not trading this stock, but it could trickle into other stocks. If you're, it's not a pharmaceutical. They do bounce back. Okay. Volume is a little light. So if you're an advanced trader, maybe you want to day trade options here in the Cyber Group room, ALGN is trying to come up a little bit. So you might get a little dead cat bounce on that one. So I will put that on my list for all my advanced traders, if you're out there. There's another one that's taking a little bit of a hit here. It doesn't look like a pharmaceutical stock also. Is it trying to dwindle up a little bit? Spread's a little ugly. Volume's a little low. B-Hat, nothing much going on. Here in New York Stock Exchange, we got a gap up on this 21%, 300,000 shares. Tier size is small. Tier size is small. It's starting to trend down a little bit. Not a big fan of it. Nova, we traded the stock before. She's trying to go up a little bit. She's up about 17%, 91,000 shares, but spread is ugly. We got to be careful. The spread is the most expensive part. Okay. All right. I think I'm done. I don't know. That's it. Not a big list, but don't worry about it. Market hasn't opened up yet. Something might pop up when the market opens up. So we'll pick up from there. All right. Anything else I missed? I did not call out. PL had a nice Busenstein in, maybe worth watching. PLTR from Christopher. Yeah, PLTR. Yeah, not bad. I like that. Nice little trend. I'll throw that PLTR on that list. PLTR. Let me go check on, see what's going on where the street's doing. See if they're buying it also. Because if they're not buying, we're not buying. But but it looks like it's buying, but they're selling. Oh, all right. So we got a seller just showed up here at 1560. Let me just show you. He's right there for 9,000. Nice little dark red right there. You got a seller right there. So I'll be careful right around that number right there. Stock's been on a little bit of a downtrend. We did really well, back in the beginning of October, went from 14 to 18. But PLTR is a fun stock to trade. We do have fun with it. So a lot of you traded before. Just go back to your journals and keep an eye on it. All right. Anything else that we're missing? I think that pretty much does it. I don't have anything else. So listen, let's get ready for the market open up. You got about 15 minutes. If you're watching on social media, you got that little QR code. Just take your phone, scan it. Make sure you like us, friend us, follow us. We're on all social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're going to be starting a little bit more. And then obviously our famous YouTube. And then Cyber Traders, you see something, you say something. If you're new here to Cyber Trading University, like we always say, make sure you do not cancel. You make sure you're there for your appointment. Do your walkthrough with your staff at CTU. Let them show you how we go out there and show you all the lessons we're going to give you. Watch them, review them, because you got to learn before you can earn. All right, everyone? Happy trading. See you in a little bit.